SpaceX is set to go public in the stock market on June 12th, which is this Friday, and a lot of people are speculating this is going to be the exit liquidity for billionaires and trillionaires. Now, although I don't believe that, I still wanted to take a look at SpaceX as a business standpoint and take a look at their S-1 filing, which is the filing that they have to do right before they go public on the stock market. And as you can see here, we have SpaceX Exploration Technology Corp, etc, etc, etc. This is not what I want to look at. But before we get started in the video, what do you think SpaceX is or what they do? Based on the name, based on what you've seen online, what do you think the company is? Let me know in the comments below. Because as the name states, SpaceX, and as a lot of things that are on social media, this is a space company, a space exploration company. We're going to the moon, on Mars, etc., which is also what Elon Musk talks about a lot. So when we take a look at their S-1 filing, we can see exactly that, right? A lot of pictures of space. Right here we have space. It was activated in 2002, etc, etc. They have a nice little timeline. If we keep scrolling down, we have total 650 launches, which is very good. We have crew members flown 78. That's great. Connectivity, which is probably, this is going to be sort of like the part of Starlink. This is very good. About 9,600 plus Starlinks, broadband, and mobile satellites are in the world. This is all very good, right? But we're going to go ahead and take a look at the revenues from each of these things to see what SpaceX really does or why their IPO is going to be $135. Again, they just started this in 2023. That's right, activated in 2023. They have AI. So far we've gotten that SpaceX is about space. It's Starlink, which is connectivity, Comcast basically, and then AI, which is what everybody else is doing in the stock market. And then more pictures of space, which is beautiful. More pictures for space. Keep in mind, guys, this is a company that's going to go IPO on the stock market. Oh, more pictures of space. Oh my God, more pictures of space. I'm getting so much information about this company. More pictures of space. Okay, let's get into it. You guys get the point. Now, if we take a look at this little timeline of SpaceX, right? In 2002, they were founded in 2008, first private company, etc, etc. And as we just saw in 2023, they had first million Starlink subscribers, which is very good. That's revenue. And then also AI, which activated, which is very important, and I'm going to show you why now. Now, if we take a look at this chart, specifically on the Starlink side of the business, we can see that it's growing had a healthy. It went from 2.3 million to 4.4 to 8.9. This almost doubled right here, and it's expected to grow even more throughout 2026 and 2027. And then if we take a look at some of the revenue, we can see that from 2025 to 2026, they had an increase in revenue. They did about $3.2 billion, which is very good. That is a change of about 31.6%. However, their cost of revenue also increased to 36.0%. We can also go ahead and see that the overall revenue is growing at about 33%, making a change from 2024 to 2025 from 14 billion to about 18 billion. Now, this is where things start to get a little bit juicy. Here we have the total addressable market segment by SpaceX and what they plan or what they think their market is. So the total addressable market, how much market there is out there for them to take, right? But let's go ahead and before we even take a look at this number that we're going to talk about it, let's go ahead and look at down here at the little charts or the bar that they have explaining the revenue. Again, SpaceX, they showed us a lot of space, so this should be making money in space. But no, they're making space 370 billion, connectivity, which is Starlink, about 1.7 trillion, which is very believable. We just saw the growth. And then AI, $26.5 trillion. I understand everybody's in the AI race right now. There's billions and billions of dollars being invested to potentially make money in the future, but they are saying the total addressable market is $28.5 trillion. Guys, the US economy is $32.38 trillion. So you're going to tell me that AI is going to account $28.5 trillion. I know there's a lot of fans out there about AI. I get it. I use it on a day-to-day basis, but this is ridiculous. This is almost the size of the entire US economy. Now, if we go ahead and go back to the beginning of the form of the S1 form, right? And we search for the word space, we can see that the S1 filing, space is mentioned. Let's just skip that real quick. 469 times, right? And then you're going to see, why is this guy showing me this? Is kind of ridiculous. I just want to show you this. Of course, if we tap AI, it's not going to be 3,000 times. You got to hit the space because there's going to be a word like Main Street that has AI in it. But if we hit the space bar, for just the AI, we can go ahead and see it's mentioned 1,251 times. So this is a space company. We saw in their filings a lot of pictures of space. They're trying to push space to your face. However, AI is mentioned more than space itself. And the company is expected to make more money from AI than from space, which is fine. I don't care. It's just that what is being sold to the market is that this is a space company. And the data is not showing that, and in the S1 filing, they're not indicating that. I'm not hating on the company. I just think they're not really being honest on how they plan to make money, and how they got to this share price is not about space. They're just putting in the amount of money that they can make, that we saw in the total addressable market, which is about 130, which is about 28 trillion. That equates to the company being worth $135 per share. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if I'm looking to invest in a company that has not much data, I don't want to see pictures of space and then you telling me that the most of the revenue of the company is going to be something else. You might as well just put a picture of a robot here talking, and I would have believed it a lot more. So after all the information that you saw, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this. Do you think it's normal for this to happen? Are you planning to buy the IPO? I love to hear your comments, and as always, if you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, and don't forget to subscribe.